at 6 o'clock with news from Sacramento, where a push is underway to advance a bill giving prosecutors more time to file domestic violence charges. State law allows charges to be filed up to 5 years after an alleged domestic violence incident, but the new proposal extends that. Our Capitol correspondent Etan Wallace spoke with the lawmaker behind the bill and has her message for victims and a warning viewers may find some of this video disturbing.
We hear you, we believe you, and we will not stop fighting for you.
That's the message State Senator Susan Rubio of Baldwin Park says she's sending with her bill, SB 690. If signed into law, the legislation would extend the statute of limitations in domestic violence cases, giving prosecutors more time to charge domestic violence suspects. As it stands today, state law allows prosecutors to charge someone up to 5 years after an alleged domestic violence incident took place. But should SB 690 be signed, prosecutors would be allowed to charge someone up to 15 years after that incident. Rubio says that's significant because it will give victims more time to come forward.
Victims need more time. We need to be patient, we need to listen to victims, and we need to understand that they decide for themselves when it's safe.
A survivor herself, Rubio says this issue is especially important to her. She was the state senator behind a 2019 law that increased the domestic violence statute of limitations to its current 5 years. But she says after meeting with countless survivors, she believes 5 years is not enough. She also says this recently released video showing music mogul Sean Diddy Combs punching and kicking his ex-girlfriend in 2016 makes it clear why survivors are afraid to speak out. Combs apologized after the video was released.
But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
But as California law stands today, because Combs' incident took place more than 5 years ago, the statute of limitations has now expired, meaning too much time already passed to file charges.
The statute of limitations.
Actress Esme Bianco from the Game of Thrones series was one of several survivors who came to the Capitol to support the bill. She says victims are often threatened by their abusers and then too afraid to leave their abusive relationship.
We know that on average it takes a victim 7 attempts to actually leave an abuser. You really can't understand unless you have survived this.
The bill already received bipartisan support from the state Senate, but the proposal does face opposition from the California Public Defenders Association, who wrote this in part, quote, "The extension of the statute of limitations will result in the conviction of innocent people, is bad public policy, and wastes scarce resources that could be better spent on evidence-based and effective strategies to end domestic violence." Rubio disagrees.
Let's believe victims. They don't want you to debate it, they want you to listen. And my goal now is to fight for victims out there that need me to fight for them. And I will not give up until this law is passed.
And the bill next heads to the Assembly Appropriations Committee later this week. Reporting at the state capitol, Etan Wallace, 17 News.